Yo, welcome back to the channel Cerebral Talks with your host, me. How's everybody doing today? Please let me know in the comment section. Please like the video, share the video, turn on your post notifications, the little bell on the right or left. I don't really know which way it is, so do that. So today's topic is vulnerability, coping with cerebral palsy and vulnerability. Now, see me, my personal experience with being vulnerable or having vulnerability, it's not a good one because I always felt like I wasn't necessary enough to open up about myself and to talk about myself. I didn't care about myself. In turn, I didn't really want to open up about myself and talk about myself and let people understand who I really am as a person because as I said before, I did not care about myself. And right now, I'm on a journey of understanding myself and stop blaming myself for everything that goes wrong in my life because it's really not my fault. I, I have to stop blaming myself. So yes, in turn with that, it's just vulnerability is very hard, or being vulnerable is very hard because I feel like if I'm too vulnerable, then somebody says this, but if I'm not vulnerable, then I'm very difficult to deal with. You have to have a balance on who you can trust and who you can open up to, because if you open up to the wrong person, they can use that against you and make your life a living hell, if you will, because that that stuff is not the greatest thing in the world, to feel like you're not enough for someone, or you can love someone. Okay. And also with dating and being vulnerable, dating in the spectrum or having a being differently abled is very hard as well, because you put women on a pedestal, which you shouldn't do, which I'm learning now. 24 years of life, I'm learning now not to put people before yourself, because I used to put everybody before me and my own needs and what I really needed. And I made my life, and I was very negative towards myself about that because I felt like everything was my fault, and I tried my best to save everyone and to make sure everybody was good. I didn't care about myself, so I was like, don't worry about me. And I told myself that subconsciously, not to worry about me. So in life, I never really worried about me and how I looked and how I carried myself out in public, because I really didn't look at myself as a king or just a person of importance. I didn't feel like I was important. But if you ever feel like you aren't important, you are important. So please, just, it's going to take time for you to notice that. But if you do it now rather than later, you'll figure it out and everything will be fine. Your life will be more, you'll get the real things that you actually want and you actually need in your life. And like the actual genuine connections with people, and people really wanting to know you and liking you for you actually, and not liking you for what you have and what you can do for them. Because being vulnerable and putting people on a pedestal, I put myself in certain situations where talking to the wrong people and people disrespecting me and me not speaking up for myself and having a whole argument in my head like, oh, I should say this because that's not right for me to be disrespected by you when I'm not disrespecting you at all, and I'm always trying to help you and trying to make sure that you're good. And then I had someone use me for money. I don't Two people used me for money before because I thought they liked me, but they didn't like me. They just liked the fact that I could do things for them. So if you don't don't waste your time on people, or just be selective on who you give your time and your energy to. Make sure they show you that they like you and they really rock with you for real. Because people can tell you like, oh yes, I like you, and yes, you did, but the actions speak louder than words actually in life. Because if the actions are there, that means that's a good sign. But if the words are there and the actions aren't there, then you're just wasting your time. And those are the toughest life lessons, pills that I had to swallow in my life, to understand that, yo, everything's not your fault. You do matter. You are the prize at the end of the day. So to my young kings and queens out there, you guys are the prize, okay? If nobody's willing to do what you ask them to do, or they don't respect you, you have to walk away. You have to walk away. And if you open up to somebody and then they don't listen to you, just walk away. Don't open up too much, but just open, just let them know little things about yourself. But if you feel really comfortable with you and they show you that, yeah, I'm really with you for you, then open up and then just tell them like what's really going on, and then you'll feel a lot better. This is YouTube is a way for me to open up about things because I'm very closed. Like I have a lot of things to talk about. I like conversations where our minds are being stimulated rather than the body. I just rather talk to someone and like we just have a dialogue back and forth. So yes, don't be too vulnerable with people. Don't waste your time and energy on people that really don't like you for you. Just look out for those signs and your life will be fine. You matter. You are very important. You are the prize. You should like respect yourself. If people can't respect you, try to tell them off in a respectful way. But if you can't, sometimes you have to get disrespectful. But don't try to get disrespectful because people will try to manipulate you and gaslight you to get disrespectful with them if they're being disrespectful to you. But don't do that. You don't have to stoop to their level. Wow, that actually makes sense. And in life, there's always a saying out there: you can't take a horse to water and make them drink that water. In life, everybody's telling me the things that I should be doing, but I really wasn't listening because I'm very like I didn't want to listen. So, but now I'm seeing that the things that like my mom has told me about, like, oh, making sure your appearance is wonderful and you're looking good and you're feeling good, that makes you feel good about yourself and taking care of yourself, making sure your hair is in order. You have to, and then now it's just like I'm drinking the water that they took me to the water to drink, but I wasn't drinking it. Now I'm drinking it on my own time because this is your life. This is not everybody else's life. And I apologize that this video is all over the place, but just be careful and be selective in who you're vulnerable to and who you open up to and who you give your heart to and who you give your mental to, because people can like tear you down with words, but if you don't do that, that can fuck up with your mental. Like that just because I'm a person, look, I have been in relationships with people that gave me their heart, and they had a lot of things that they didn't talk about, or they had a lot of hidden traumas or unsolved traumas that they went through, and I love them. I would love them for them, and I would show them that, hey, I'm here to help you through these problems. But sometimes people don't open up about their problems because they're afraid of what you might do or what you might say, which is understandable. And yes, I've made mistakes in my dating, but I've tried to fix them so that person can stay into my life, or those people would stay into my life, but then they would end up leaving me anyway, and then I would be blaming myself for all of it, and then I would feel like shit after all of it because I'm just blaming, like, it's my fault. I'm the reason why this happened. It's me. But now I have to realize it's not me because I did the best that I can, or that I could, to show that person that, hey, I'm here for you no matter what, you know. And then in turn, when I'm trying to show this person and they're not showing it to me back, I wasn't able to sleep at night. I had anxiety and I was always up and I couldn't eat. And I love to eat. I'm a person that likes to eat. I love to, but yeah, it's just be mindful on who you trust and who you open up to. I love you guys. You guys are all amazing. You guys are all smart and you guys all matter. Love, peace, and prosperity. Boom. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Turn on your post notifications. Like the video. It really helps the algorithm and things, and just helps me get this channel growing and stuff, and just get my name out there. But I love you guys. Be smart. I love you.